Clad in midnight blue and chased in gold, the original Asus ZenBook 3 was lauded for its bold, unconventional style. It was a gorgeous laptop, but it had a few critical flaws. Its successor, the Asus ZenBook 3 Deluxe, aims to set things right. During our Asus ZenBook 3 Deluxe review, we found that this little thing was just full of surprises. Our review unit shipped with an Intel Core i7-7500U processor, 16GB of RAM, a 512GB SPI solid-state drive, and a 14-inch 1080p display panel, with a retail price of $1,700. Despite that, the internals aren't that different from the original ZenBook, and the overall silhouette is very similar, just stretched out to 14 inches instead of the original's 12 inches. If it's only a minor revision, did Asus change enough to make the ZenBook 3 Deluxe worth your time and money? Well, this laptop is full of pleasant surprises, so let's dig into it. Gilded elegance. Asus decided to stick with its winning design for the ZenBook 3 Deluxe, with a few small refinements. It's still that deep royal blue, and the lid still features that opulent gold finish around its edge. The Deluxe model is a bit larger, with a 14-inch display to the original's 13-inch. It's almost as thin, at 0.51 inches to the original's 0.47 inches. It's also a little heavier at 2.42 pounds to the original's weight of 2 pounds flat. The build quality here is excellent, as the ZenBook's chassis doesn't flex, creak, or crack the way cheaper all-plastic laptops do. The hinge is a little looser than other laptops tend to be right out of the box, but its construction is great, and solidly attached to the body without any give at the edges. When the lid is closed, the whole thing feels solid, like it's just a single plate of aluminum. It doesn't feel hollow, or flimsy despite its incredibly lightweight build. On top of that, the signature concentric ring design unique to the ZenBook lineup adds an eye-catching sheen to the lid. Like a luxury watch, it feels substantial, and has an effortlessly premium look to it. The premium ultrabook market is defined by products with that kind of weighted quality. These notebooks differentiate themselves from business, consumer, and gaming laptops by bringing an extra level of craftsmanship to the table. Just look at Microsoft's Surface laptop, or HP's Spectre X360, both are exceptionally well-crafted machines that feature remarkably similar internal components. These notebooks are defined more by their design, their aesthetics, than by their hardware. Even if they do sometimes borrow design elements from one another. For instance, the display bezels on the ZenBook are very similar to those on the MacBook Pro 13, but that's not a bad thing. It's the 21st century, it's about time we shrug off the oppressive yoke of overly thick bezels. A dongle in every port. The original Asus ZenBook 3 featured a single Thunderbolt 3 port, which had a certain elegance to it, but was impractical. The ZenBook 3 Deluxe aims to remedy that issue by including not one, but two Thunderbolt 3 USB Type-C ports, and one standard USB Type-C port. Okay, that's still not a lot. However, Asus went one step further and set an example the rest of the industry should follow immediately. The ZenBook 3 Deluxe ships with a set of Thunderbolt 3 dongles to help replace those old ports. In the box, buyers will find a Thunderbolt 3 to HDMI dongle, alongside a standard Thunderbolt 3 to USB Type-A dongle. The system is still $1,700, so they're not free, they're just included, but it's the kind of small gesture that makes you feel good about a purchase. Pick up a MacBook Pro 13 and you'll be out $10 to $20 per dongle. If you get the cheap ones on Amazon, double that if you go for the Apple-branded options. That can feel like a manufacturer reaching back into your wallet after you just handed them nearly $2,000. There's no such issue here. The Asus-branded dongles are simple, high quality, and they do an excellent job of bridging the gap between old standards and new ones. Still, if you end up needing other ports, like Ethernet, or DisplayPort, there are plenty of dongles for that. The Thunderbolt 3 ports themselves are conveniently located, 2 on the right side, 1 on the left, so you can charge the ZenBook 3 Deluxe from either side with enough room to plug in a